Hello everyone! My name is Maki. I absolutely love the Gundam series. I've come all the way from Japan to share the wonder of Gundam with you all. Today, I'll introduce you to an amazing new type of mobile suit. It's a transformational mobile suit that appears in the TV anime Gundam Wing. Take a look at this machine. Its name is Taurus. The name originates from Taurus, one of the zodiac signs. Quite stylish, isn't it? This Taurus can be said to be a high-performance machine at the top of the world in Gundam Wing. It may seem a bit inferior compared to machines that ignore points such as the cost burden and high requirements for pilots like Gundam and Togi. However, it's an astonishing new type of mobile suit that could greatly change the power dynamics of the world. Today, I will take on the challenge of explaining Taurus. Let me explain about Taurus in detail. Taurus is a new mobile suit developed by us. It was born from the judgment that older generation units like the already mass-produced and deployed Leo and Ares were unable to defeat the Gundams. It's more powerful than older generations and can respond to both space and Earth environments without detailed perk modifications. Furthermore, it can demonstrate even higher mobility by transforming. Flight is possible even in its humanoid form, which is astonishing. By transforming, it can consolidate the direction of its thrusters in one place. Can you guess what happens as a result? It becomes capable of achieving incredible speed when transformed. It successfully gains mobility that can compete with Gundams. Its dedicated weapon, the Taurus cannon, is an incredibly powerful beam cannon. When the power of this weapon and the mobility of the Taurus combine, it's practically invincible. The scene where it destroyed the arm of Gundam Death Skitch left a strong impression. The audience was shocked by the development where the until then invincible Gundam was defeated. There are two types of Taurus, manned and unmanned. The unmanned type operates through a dedicated system called the Mobile Doll System. This system had been repeatedly tested with Leo. It is put into full-scale use on the battlefield with Taurus by accumulating data. It is then used in the Virgo units produced later. The Mobile Doll System incorporated in Taurus wasn't perfect. Therefore, it was necessary to pair one manned unit with 3 unmanned units. However, as the unmanned type doesn't need to consider the burden on the pilot, it displays superior reaction speed and acceleration compared to manned types operated by regular soldiers. It played a significant role when the Earth-Sphere Unified Nation split and internal strife occurred. The scene where Leo couldn't react to Taurus's speed and was defeated was surprising. The Taurus cannon, a weapon capable of defeating Gundam, destroys several Leos in one shot. By the way, the color differs according to the faction it belongs to. A specification is black. Black is said to be the standard color. The specification deployed in a country called the Sun Kingdom is white. Lastly, the Space Revolutionary Army. White Fang specification is reddish brown. Each one is a different color, so they can be distinguished. Taurus, incredibly powerful as it is, gradually decreases in production as the new model, Virgo, begins to be produced. Virgo was superior in terms of weapon attack power and defense. Near the end of the story, strategies to attack the enemy with a large number of Virgos were executed. But Taurus was superior to Virgo in terms of mobility and cruising range. Therefore, Taurus was active until the end of the story. Some excellent pilots remained active in Taurus until the end. Cool, isn't it? Let's talk about the armaments of the Taurus. Firstly, the beam cannon. It's a large beam gun, nearly the full length of the unit. The Taurus's beam cannon possesses the power to melt even Gundam alloy and has a long range. However, it's a weapon designed for use in space, so it needs adjustments for use within the atmosphere. Moreover, it's quite heavy, requiring the strength of 2 Ares units to transport it. When not in use, it can be mounted on the back of the unit. A distinctive feature of this Taurus cannon is that it stores energy in large cartridges, hence it can be used by other units as well. However, as previously mentioned, it's quite troublesome for older generation units to transport it. If it were a powerful unit like a Gundam, it could easily be used in the story. It was stolen and used by Shenlong Gundam. It's quite large and sturdy, so there were scenes where it was used as a strong weapon. There's a joke among Japanese Gundam fans. Firearms are weapons for punching. Interesting, isn't it? There are sometimes scenes in the Gundam series where the enemy is attacked by punching with a firearm. The Taurus cannon is one of those weapons. And then, the beam rifle, it has much higher output than the one from Leo and has a longer range. There were scenes where Leo was destroyed in one shot. The scene where the mobile dull accurately fired was terrifyingly depicted, though its power is less than that of the Taurus cannon. There are many scenarios where it is more advantageous when dealing with regular mobile suits. Both this beam rifle and the Taurus cannon can be secured to specific attachments. When transformed by securing them, it becomes possible to use them even in transformed state. Moreover, the attachments exist both on the upper and lower part of the unit, so you can choose the installation position depending on the situation. But that's not all. There's a scene where Troll, a Gundam pilot, boarded the Taurus. Troll went into battle equipped with both the Taurus cannon and beam rifle. The scene where he transformed while equipped with both and performed high-speed flight was impressive. He then transformed back into humanoid form and attacked a large mobile suit unit using both the Taurus cannon and beam rifle. This made it possible to fight like the heavily armed Gundam heavy arms. And then, the laser gun, which can emit a highly directed laser. According to documents, it can compress light and emit it at high speed. It's not a beam weapon, so it can even break through the Pranagena's defensive field. It was highly useful when fighting against Virgo. However, due to adjustment issues, it can also overheat. There's actually a hidden story about this laser gun. Its appearance is exactly the same as the named envelope machine gun used by a unit called Gym Command that appears in Mobile Suit Gundam 1080 War in the Pocket. This weapon also appears in other series. According to the creators of the animation, there's an episode where they said we happen to have the design on hand, so we used it. Was this just a coincidence? Or was it a service for Gundam series fans? What do you think? And though Taurus doesn't have any hand-to-hand combat armaments, it can still attack with its bare hands, elbow protrusions and body slams. There were scenes where it defeated Leos and Virgos in hand-to-hand combat. Being able to attack without switching weapons could be an advantage in certain cases. Finally, there's also a beam saber weight. Something seems off, doesn't it? There might be people who are confused since I just explained that Taurus is not equipped with melee weapons. Actually, this was used when Queta boarded and managed to bisect a Virgo in one strike. Only the Taurus units deployed in the Sun Kingdom have been shown to use a beam saber. It's a controversial armament among fans. There's a temporary opinion that it is equipment borrowed from Gundam. There's also an opinion that the Taurus units for the Sun Kingdom are equipped with beam sabers. What do you think? The Sun Kingdom is a smaller force compared to their spare unified nation and ours, so it wouldn't be strange for them to equip a beam saber to respond to more situations. Allow me to elaborate on how Taurus excelled in the story. Taurus truly begins to shine from episode 18, but to tell you the truth, it actually appears much earlier in the series. Surprisingly, Taurus makes its debut in the 4th episode. However, it encounters major trouble. The Taurus units transported to the airspace were mostly destroyed by an assault from the Shenlong Gundam. What's more, they are destroyed using the Taurus cannon, a weapon developed specifically for them. The old generation Ares unit had brought out the Taurus cannon to attack Shenlong Gundam, only for it to be stolen and used against them. How relatively obsolete they were. With this, the pre-official adoption screen for Taurus comes to an end. It was indeed a rough debut, however. When it reappears in episode 18, it puts on an amazing performance. As I've already explained, the scene where it destroys the Gundam Death Sketch was truly shocking. It managed to land a powerful blow on the Gundam, a feat the previous generation mobile suits could never achieve. Taurus is also operated as an unmanned machine, a mobile doll. Even though it was not originally designed as an unmanned machine, it can still be operated as one. This distinguishes it from Virgo, which was developed from the outset as an unmanned machine. Virgo does not have a cockpit, but Taurus does, and the Taurus controlled by the mobile doll system moves the levers and other machinery inside the cockpit in an unmanned state. It's a scene that helps us understand that Taurus was originally designed as a manned machine. At the same time, it makes it clear to the viewers that it operates as an unmanned machine. I was quite young when I first watched Gundam Wing. Even then I was able to fully understand that Taurus was operating as an unmanned machine. The Gundam series is truly wonderful for being produced in a way that can be easily understood across all age groups. The high-performance Taurus also serves as a mobile suit for expert pilots. Among the Gundam pilots, both Quader Rubber Winner and Trollbarden skillfully operate Taurus. Quader easily destroys the state-of-the-art Virgo with his beam saber. Troll, utilizing Taurus's mobility, shoots down many enemies one after the other with continuous firing from his beam rifle and Taurus cannon. Another character, Noin, also appears in Taurus. She was a classmate of Sex Merquise at the Officers Academy, and she was always second, closely following Sex, who was always first. She fights in the Taurus till the end of the story. Here's an extra tidbit. Nine had been adjusting her scores so that Sex could be first. This wasn't dishonesty. She worked hard to control her results with her own abilities. It's a task that requires a higher skill than just winning. Nine is portrayed as an ace pilot on par with Sex, but she might actually be more skilled than Sex. What do you think? Let's get back to the story of Taurus. Even when the main battleground shifts to space, Taurus continues to shine. However, as a new model of Virgo is developed, it slowly disappears from the screen. This is the narrative of Taurus in Gundam Wing. But wait, there's more to its achievements. Taurus also appears in Endless Waltz of Work that depicts what happened after the TV series. Nine pilots the Taurus to fight against the state-of-the-art Serpent. Along with Sex's Talkie Yi and 3 Gundams, she challenges over 500 Serpents in a battle of endurance, lasting more than 8 hours. What's more, she fights to disable the enemy's machines without taking the pilots' lives. In the novel, it is mentioned that Noin was focusing all her efforts on destroying the wrecks of the enemy mobile suits to disable their combat capabilities. Amidst the Gundams made of Gundam alloy getting heavily damaged and losing their weapons, Taurus was the only one that remained intact till the end. Taurus was not undamaged, but this was a surprising result. Do you know why? The Taurus's armor is made of titanium alloy, which is inferior in strength to the Gundam alloy. That concludes the story of Taurus's achievements in the series. It goes to show that Taurus can be highly effective. Depending on the pilot, it's truly elegant, don't you think? That concludes the explanation about Taurus. I hope you now understand just how powerful a mobile suit Taurus is. And I hope you also understand that as long as you don't lose the will to fight, even when faced with a power stronger than Taurus, that strength can never be erased. After watching the entire story, you'll find the cool and striking figure of Taurus impressive. However, within the narrative, it also serves to show the audience the horror of the mobile dolls. The combination of its black and white paintwork gives it a unique charm, don't you think? What action of the Taurus left the most impression on you? Which of the Taurus's armaments do you like best? I'd be delighted if you could share your thoughts in the comments. Lastly, let me share some great information with you. Please pay attention to the subscribe button that appears on your screen. By clicking that button, you can instantly transport yourself into the world of Gundam Wing, and you're the pilot of the Taurus. Your strength is needed to repel the oncoming large force of mobile dolls. Please lend your power. The peace of the Sun Kingdom depends on your strength. I wish you all the best. This concludes today's explanation. I look forward to seeing you in the next lecture. Take care.